It's snowing really bad.
Hi.
We just realized that Samantha has been using the wrong credit card on her Apple Pay. She's been using mine and not hers.
Is that a huge deal?
I mean, it's not a huge deal now. It's not gonna like change the world, but you know, we're all about points and miles, so we've been using the wrong card. Just a heads up, this is not a fun or exciting video, so only continue watching if you're curious about how bad our travel experience was. Well, it was all fun and games at the restaurant until we booked a cab through like their version of like Uber. It said it was on its way for like 10 or 15 minutes and then just canceled on us.
It didn't cancel, it said you're on your way. Like you would have joined the cab.
We didn't join the cab.
No.
And then for whatever reason, we just requested another one and it would not request. We tried it from both phones. Just said looking for drivers, looking for drivers. So when we came back to the hotel, we were like in a hurry. We're pressed for time now and we're just gonna have them call one. But as soon as we got back to the desk, it says you have one en route and it says it'll be here in like 3 minutes. So, yay. Well, so you guys remember how we were like rushing really fast to get to the airport and we're gonna be late and we're like really worried? Yeah, we've been at the airport now for almost 5 hours. And they keep just pushing back our plane. So it did try to land, and it said that, or they told us that it tried to land 3 times and it was unable to land. It's barely raining outside. The funny thing is, there's another plane here that's like broke down that people have been waiting 10 hours to get on, and the airline sent a mechanic from Sydney to here to try and fix it, and that mechanic is on our flight.
That couldn't land.
that got
diverted to another airport. 3 hours away.
I feel like it's like a comic strip or something.
Well, 3
like
hours driving away, right?
Yeah, so probably like 30, 40 minutes of flight. But yeah, we've been at the airport literally all day.
I need to see what the sign updated.
Probably the lamest travel day of all time. We're not even thinking that we're going to get to Sydney. This is a tiny airport.
So since we've been here, only one flight has taken off. And it was actually on time. It was like, I think it was maybe delayed an hour at most.
In fairness, though, like, there was only like 3 flights scheduled to take off. This is a tiny airport. Here, I'll turn the camera around.
They just canceled 2.
That was the entire airport. That's the other end.
There's a little bit more.
Yes, we don't think we're going to get to Sydney tonight, which sucks because tomorrow is going to be our...
I'm trying to be really hopeful.
Tomorrow is going to be our only day in Sydney.
We're going to have tonight, and then tonight at the Four Seasons in Sydney, and then tomorrow day.
And now, most likely, because it seems like this flight specifically leaves every day at like 2 or 3 o'clock. If we get on this flight tomorrow, we leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. It's 5 p.m. there when we land, and that's when sunset is, so no daylight of Sydney, which sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of blows.
But fingers crossed, they haven't canceled it yet, so hopefully...
Knock on wood. There's 2 canceled up there right now.
Hopefully we make it. All right, go check. And it is officially 6:20, and our flight just got canceled. So we don't know what the frick we're about to do. This sucks ass. No Sydney, no hotel. But you know what happens. Traveling's fun. Our Four Seasons dinner that we got going on here.
Yeah, on the floor.
On the floor of the hotel room. Or I wish it was the floor of the hotel.
I would take that.
Floor of the airport. Awesome. This is the travel day from absolute hell. We obviously had that little taxi fiasco. Then our plane was delayed. And then it was postponed. And then it was canceled. And then we
rebooked flights for, well, we got tickets for the 6th when it's supposed to be for the 5th.
Yeah, lady says we'll put you on a flight for tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow.
We're like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm not going to get into the dates, but she's going to put us on flights tomorrow. The following morning at 9 a.m., we were supposed to leave Sydney to go back home. So, like, this was our only chance. It's the only flight out of here, basically. And so she put us on that flight. And then we go sit down, and...
some time went by.
Yeah, we were, like, kind of just looking at our phones. I was like, let me see your ticket. I don't know what sparked me to do that. And I realized it was the following day. So it was 2 days from now. So we were definitely not going to make our flight back to the States. So I go back up to the desk. She puts us on some random ass flights. We're gonna basically get to Sydney tomorrow at like
9 p.m.
9 p.m. I go back through security. This is security, by the way. And I go to this little food court. I buy us a cheeseburger, something to eat, and then I'm looking at hotels or motels, basically.
There's like 4 of them to choose from.
The equivalent of like Motel 6. And I'm about to book one, and we hear an announcement saying they're making a recovery flight for tonight. It's 9 o'clock basically right now. The recovery flight's at 11. So I guess they're flying in a plane, and we're flying from here at 11 to Brisbane. And then at 6 in the morning, we have a flight to Sydney, hopefully. I mean, as long as it all works out.
It all works out. And we kind of lucked out on even getting on this flight. Our flight that got canceled was the second priority. The people that got canceled from like hours and hours before us, they got first dibs on this recovery flight. And Alan got the right teller lady. And she let him on accident, basically.
But this is all, we're getting a little excited again because this is all circumstantial.
It's a freaking roller coaster.
The reason why our flight got canceled is because it tried to land here 3 times and it couldn't land because of the weather, which it's not windy out, it's just wet. It's misting, it's not even raining. It's still doing that right now. I'm just hoping
maybe
that...
it's the same pilot that landed earlier. Maybe he's coming back to first.
Maybe.
Because he knows he can do it.
I'm hoping that it's, it's an empty plane, so maybe it's easier to stop. I think that's the biggest problem is the actual runway is very, very short. I don't know, lots of rambling now, but...
Get me out of here. I'm ready to leave Whitsundays.
Yeah, I'm not coming back to the Whitsundays. They need to upgrade their airport.
Something.
All right, well, we'll let you know in 2 hours when we get on or don't get on our flight. Well, these are our accommodations for the night.
Lovely.
Oh, okay, so we're on now. We got the king suite with the bathroom view. This is what they figured out for us. Oh, they did provide us with these 2 neck pillows that they found in the lost and found, so that's cool.
Can't even make this up. I want to cry. I already did cry. I cried a few tears.
This is pretty bad.
I'm just so uncomfortable. I hate this so much. And I just want to go home.
Honestly, if this was like any other airport.
I just sent it to the news station.
This airport has like 6 flights a day. It's tiny.
Yeah, so
we got rebooked on a
what
flight for
are we
tomorrow.
doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, supposedly, we're leaving here at 1 p.m.
To go to
to
Melbourne.
go to Melbourne. Freaking far yet.
We'll see how that goes. Hopes are very low. We just don't know what to do.
But the council is working on another plan.
He couldn't even get us water.
He couldn't even get us a blanket.
Yeah, some people do have blankets and some people have mats. We ended up with the neck pillows. I don't even want to hold the camera. I don't even want to record this, but this is traumatic. This has scarred me.
Yeah, we're never coming to Australia again.
If we do, we definitely never live in Sydney.
True that. Maybe Brisbane.
This is pretty crazy though. It's just, I don't even know. It's bad. And there's not even like a hotel you can go to. The closest hotel is like 30 minutes away, and it's like the equivalent of a Motel 6, which is, I mean, it's a bed's better than nothing, but it's still half an hour away each way. And how do we get there? A taxi? There's no taxis at this time of night. We're having a meltdown. I feel like we're normally pretty good with like adverse things, but this is like, yeah, this is an accordion. This is like 8 things wrong in a row. I'll check in later if I can't sleep.
Melbourne families have been caught up in a 30-hour school holiday Jetstar nightmare.
Mitch, we have spoken to weary passengers who spent a long night at Proserpine near the Whitsundays. They say they are most upset about a lack of information. Bad weather then made lengthy delays worse, with Jetstar explaining a Mercy flight sent from Brisbane to try and rescue these passengers wasn't able to land because of fog. A 3-hour flight from the Whitsunday coast to Melbourne turned into a 30-hour ordeal after a night in the airport left dozens sore and tired. Staff told 7 News they believe it's the first time Proserpine Airport has hosted overnight visitors in its 70-year history.
It's now 6:15. We had 4 hours of sleep on this hard-ass floor. We can call it that. This is absolutely dreadful. As of right now, we still have a flight for 1 p.m. Hopefully, if we don't make that flight, we're super pumped. So it's basically like the last flight of the day. We're going to Melbourne first. It's past. Hopefully. 2 full days absolutely wasted.
Morning.
We're straight up not having a good time.
Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
We're incredibly worried about even just getting home in general. But yeah, that's a little update. Let you know what happens. Well, we're in the back of a taxi now, headed from Proserpine Airport to Townsville, just like 250 kilometers or something like that. We have an amazing cab driver here, Phil. He's been amazing, a great guide. Not the way we wanted to spend $1,000, but hopefully this means we're getting home.
It just seemed like the most guaranteed option that we had.
We kind of decided on a split second, going to an airport like 3.5 hours away and hopefully getting on a flight tonight.
Let's get home.
Hopefully. What are we doing?
We're freaking getting on a flight to Sydney.
Well, we haven't done it yet. I mean, yeah. We're airborne. Thank God. Craziness. We are back. We are so back.
We're back! Classic! We are back!
Oh, the best feeling in the world to be in a real life airport.
So let me tell you, I like legit have PTSD because every time they make these PA announcements, yes, oh my god, I'm so terrified. I don't ever want to hear it ever again.
It took us longer to fly than to drive, for sure. Like, actually. But there wasn't even an option to drive. Unless we took a $6,000 cab. Insane. We're back in Sydney. Here's just a couple quick drone clips that I caught while we were in Sydney. This is about the extent of everything that we saw while we were there. There's only down. Oh my God, breakfast was so good. We're so full. We had so much to eat. We didn't even get hot food.
Yeah. Coffee.
Yeah, I couldn't even talk to her before she got this.
You're so funny.
So that about wraps up the travel day from hell. We got to enjoy our business class seats all the way back to the States.
Psych!